Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. The Kiwi Lads, that is me. I am already too excited for this match. The Springboks are back. First time since the Rugby World Cup, they will be playing an international fixture, and it is going to be up against Georgia. This will be an exciting contest to witness. Hope you guys are as excited as I am. I started a little bit early, and I feel like that was just because I couldn't wait. But at this stage, we are possibly around 15 minutes away from kickoff, but we have got plenty of stuff that we can keep you informed with while we are waiting. But yeah, I hope you are all doing well. We have got Scrumlass in the chat. We have also got Gary as well. It is currently sitting at 4:43 a.m. here in New Zealand. So it is a late night, but it is going to be worth it to get to see these Springboks back in action for the first time, like I mentioned, since the World Cup. And that World Cup went pretty well for them. They were able to win the whole thing there. South Africa have got the fixtures that they had up to that final where they were able to beat England 32 points to 12. But yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what they can do here in this match up against Georgia, who have been a little bit more active than the Springboks. Their most recent win was over the Netherlands rather comfortably, but they still have a lot that they said that they wanted to improve on from that match. But looking through those fixtures beforehand, the last time I watched the Georgian side play was actually the Anthems Nations Cup, and I did that game where they did play Fiji. We have got Scrumlass who said, "Hey Hamish, hope you're feeling better." I am. I feel like I am extremely excited for this one, which may kind of cut over the top of the tiredness that I might be feeling later on in this match, but I'm excited to see how this game goes. But yeah, Georgia, they're one of those sides. They've got some pretty good forwards. They've got some hard names to say, that is for sure, but they have also got a few players scattered through there that could cause a little bit of problems for the Springboks as well. We have also got in there, we have got Heil from Voot, and also, hey chat fam, and evening Hamish, how are you mate? Here, all cool, no worries as well, says Birdie. And that's the thing at the moment, talking of cool, it is currently -2 degrees here in where I live, which isn't ideal, but I have got the fire going, so hopefully that does keep us warm. So we might get goosebumps, but not just because of the fact that we will get to see the Springboks back in action. Do let me know your score predictions in the chat as well for this match. I am curious to know what you guys think the score will be, and also how many tries you guys think will be scored. I have got the poll going in the chat at the moment, and at the moment it seems like a lot of people are saying 5 or 6 tries for the Springboks to be scoring, but also not too far behind is 3 and 4 or 7+. Could also be a very exciting match to watch. But looking through some of the lineups, we will start with South Africa. They have got a very strong side here, quite a few of their best players there. The likes of Colby and whatnot are nowhere to be seen yet, but they have got Apelele Fase. He is going to be on debut. He is an explosive talent from the Sharks, and I feel like he is going to be able to cut the defence of Georgia wide open there. But they've got the likes of Eben Etzebeth in that number 4 jersey. He is, of course, a very talented player, and I'm going to be very excited to see him back in action. And he has been playing a little bit overseas recently as well, which is why it's going to be so awesome to see him back in that Springboks jersey, alongside Captain Sia Khaleesi, Hondre Pollard as well, a man who wants to have an impact in this match. He has mentioned it throughout the week that he is going to be trying his best to be able to get that number 10 jersey secured for the Springboks heading into that British and Irish Lions tour, which those matches, they aren't too far away either. This is the schedule, only 22 days until we get to see South Africa taking on the British and Irish Lions. Of course, it won't be 4 a.m. where you guys are, I assume. I'm not sure. Do we have any Kiwi viewers watching at the moment? Because it is certainly a late night over here, I should say. And yeah, I am excited to see how this match will be going between these two sides. But yeah, I am excited. I think you guys can tell as well that I am very hyped for this match at the moment. My internet hopefully will be as hyped as I am, and hopefully it will be sticking around throughout this whole live stream. But then also, for the Georgian side, there are some hard names to say, but they have said that the man to watch is that number 12, and that is Sharakad. Oh no, I've already ruined his name straight away. He is the captain, and his name is Mirab Sharakadze, is the way that it is pronounced. And yeah, he is going to be an interesting one to watch up against the Springboks. The centre combo of Jesse Creel and also Francis Steyn, it's going to be under a bit of pressure, I feel, from this Georgian side. But the defence of South Africa is normally extremely solid, as we saw in that World Cup final. So I feel like they're not going to have too many problems trying to secure that defence and making sure that they can't go through the gaps. But they are showing the likes of Malcolm Marx, Elton Yankees, both coming off the bench for the Springboks. That shows how strong their side is going to be in this matchup. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty awesome one. And we are currently sitting around 13 minutes or so away from kickoff as well. I feel like I'm going to run out of breath and possibly run out of my voice before we get to this, before we get to the kickoff, I should say. I normally don't end up messing up my words this much. I feel like I am just overly excited for this one. And yeah, it isn't too far away. 10:47 a.m. here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, says Scrumless as well. So it is a nice morning start there rather than the 5 a.m. or so that it is going to be kicking off here in New Zealand. And that's the thing. We've got plenty of rugby on tomorrow as well. We've got the likes of Manu Samoa taking on Moana Pacifica. Sorry, that's the wrong side. The Maori All Blacks. Then we have also got the matchup that is going to be the All Blacks taking on Tonga for the first match of the international scene for the All Blacks. Going to be exciting to see. But yeah, at this stage, we are just waiting for the kickoff to get underway for the Springboks taking on Georgia. It is going to be played at Loftus Versfeld. I still pronounce that one wrong every once in a while, but yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see how this one is going to be going. They are talking to the coaches at the moment as well. I feel like the national anthems, they will be pretty awesome to see for the first time in a long time, but they haven't got a crowd here at Loftus Versfeld. Hopefully, throughout the tour, I'm not sure whether they're allowed any crowds, but hopefully they will return very soon. Box by 25, but more importantly, the Box must use this opportunity to gel as a team and build team spirit. Hopefully no injuries, similar to the British and Irish Lions in their warm-up game as well, says Birdie. That is a good point. I feel like it's one of those ones, a side that hasn't played together since the World Cup. There are a few new names in there, the likes of Fussy, and I feel like if they can find that way of kind of linking on the field before those big matches, like only 22 days until that British and Irish Lions first test match, and you always want to start a 3-match series with a win. Like, it's just the easiest way to be able to win that series. As soon as you go one down, then you're under pressure to be able to do something special in those last two. We have also got hello, hope everyone's doing well. Says Sebastian, we are indeed. We are very excited. They are showing the coin toss at the moment that they had a little bit earlier on. It is cold here at the moment. -2 is feeling like -5 at the moment, I'll be honest. But at this stage, we are going to be waiting until the kickoff. Will we be able to watch the live match here? Unfortunately, because of licensing, I won't be able to show any live match footage. I am sorry about that. I wish that I could, but it would end up getting taken down by YouTube pretty much straight away if we were to do so, which I wish wasn't the case, but I think there will be other sources on YouTube maybe that might have the live feed. It may end up getting striked though eventually, so just be wary of that some of these guys may get taken down depending on how it goes. But at this stage, we are just waiting for kickoff to get underway. I will also put up down the bottom the lineups so you guys can see them scrolling across. You see the likes of Willie LaRue in that number 15 jersey. Roscoe Speckman, he is going to be an exciting talent out on that wing alongside Abalele Fassi on the other wing there. Hondre Pollard back at 10. Going to be exciting to see what he can do. Peter Steph Toy, Sia Khaleesi. They are going to be an exciting combo in those loose forward jerseys. And also Moster Etzebeth, I am excited to see play. He always brings that physicality. He is a scary individual when he is fired up, and I feel like he can make a real impact in this match up against Georgia, because it's one of those ones as well. You want to make sure you're not having any injuries, because of the fact that injuries in this situation could kind of leave you out of those British and Irish Lions test matches. We saw it in the case with Alan Wynne-Jones getting that shoulder dislocated. Then from there, unfortunately, now he's going to be missing most of the tour, if not all of it. I know that he wants to make a comeback, but I'm not sure whether or not that will be able to take place. But yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not he can do so. And it would be kind of awesome if he did make that comeback, because of the fact that he was the captain. But now it is going to be Conor Murray, but also Stuart Hogg is going to be the captain for the first match of the British and Irish Lions tour of South Africa. It's going to be the Emirates Lions, and that is going to be tomorrow night as well, alongside many other international fixtures that we have got on the cards in the next 24 hours or so. It's going to be a hectic little bit of time, that is for sure, but I am excited for all of it. I hope you guys are too. And if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. It is hugely appreciated. It does help us out. And yeah, we are only probably around 8 minutes or so away from kickoff, and it has gone back up to -1 degrees here in New Zealand. So happy days in that regard. Kieran is fired up for this one. My cat, I think, is asleep at this stage. Normally he joins me for these ones, but he has decided instead to have a bit of a snooze for this live stream. At this stage, yeah, I am excited international rugby for the Springboks is back. Like I showed a little bit earlier on, this is the table of the World Cup when they did play. The only loss that they had was to New Zealand, and we're going to get to see those two sides play off in maybe a month or two's time for the Rugby Championship, which is, yeah, it's going to be awesome. But then after this match, they have got another match up that is going to be against Georgia. That's going to be in 7 days' time as well. So we are going to get to see that match that we are seeing in only a few minutes' time once again in a little bit of time as well. But yeah, do let me know also who you think is going to be the first try scorer in this match. I feel like we normally do that for the Southern Hemisphere Super Rugby competition. So yeah, do let me know who you think will be scoring this match for the first try of it. And yeah, I am excited to see what you guys say for that as well. But at this stage, fun fact, well, it's not really fun. Sky Sports New Zealand aren't actually showing this game. For some reason, I don't think they could get the licensing in time. So because of it, it meant that I had to find other ways of watching the game. So I'm actually watching it through DSTV from South Africa with a VPN. That was the only way that I could get it here in New Zealand, which is unfortunate because I know a lot of people would have been wanting to watch this game while it was live to see the Springboks play for the first time in a very long time. But it feels like it's going to be extremely exciting. You going for the All Blacks tonight? Says Striking Dragon. In the back of my mind, I always try and remain impartial, but I feel like the All Blacks in that game up against Tonga, like Tonga have a lot of debutants. Like I think it is 14 or so. So it's going to be a very tough day for them. But yeah, the All Blacks, I feel they're going to get at least 50 points. I feel like they could even maybe work their way towards that 100 depending on how it goes. So hopefully it is going to be not too bad for Tonga, but I feel like it could be a pretty high-scoring one. Really hoping the Springboks will absolutely annihilate Georgia. As a Romanian, I suffer enough to Georgia's wrath as well, says Sebastian. And that's the thing. On Rugby Challenge, I actually played this match just before, and it's going to be an interesting one. I'm hoping it's going to be relatively similar to that score. I won't mention that score yet, though. We will wait and see. But in that one, Georgia managed to score twice, which is going to be tough for them to do up against the Springboks unit because you see those names in that four-pack, the likes of Etzebeth, Steph de Toy. Also, you have got, Andre Pollard in the back line. He's going to be exciting in that number 10 jersey. But Quagga Smith, like those guys aren't going to let you through very easily. So Georgia are going to have to play hard. They're going to have to play strategic, going for set plays, trying to break down that defense of the Springboks. But yeah, it's going to be extremely tough to do. But I am excited to see how Georgia try and conquer the world champs in this game. But at this stage, I believe we have got Mike Adamson is going to be the man in charge for this match, I believe. I think they just said the Springboks should win this, says NZ's guy. They should indeed. A lot of people are saying, I believe it's around 30-something points that people think they will win by. But Georgia, they had a decent performance up against Fiji in the Autumn Nations Cup. But that was last year. And all of a sudden, we are 7 months into 2021. So we will have to wait and see what Georgia can do here. But their most recent win was against the Netherlands, where they actually won by around that 30 points or so. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can try and at least replicate a little bit of that. They'll be hoping that they can find their way into the 22 of the Springboks. And then from there, they're going to have to work hard to try and get over that try line. I predict Apalele Fassi as the first try scorer. The man really is special. He is indeed. He is a talent and a half. And I remember seeing him for the first time in the Rainbow Cup South Africa when I started watching my South African rugby. And since then, I've been hooked, not just with South African rugby, but Apalele Fassi. He's an exciting prospect. And I feel like give him like 2 or 3 years, and he is going to be right up there. It is currently 20 degrees for the max temperature, 16 degrees for the lowest there at Loftus Versfeld, 11 kilometres of wind, and it is a clear night. So it's a beautiful night for rugby, and it's going to be very exciting to see international rugby back for the first time in South Africa in a very long time as well. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. I am excited. It is currently 5 a.m. here in New Zealand, but I wouldn't think so. I am wide awake, ready to go for this match. Hope you guys are too. But at this stage, Marab Shirakadze, he is the man who is in charge of that Georgia side. He is the captain going up against the likes of Sia Khaleesi for that captaincy role. Who is going to be able to patrol their troops or control their troops better, I guess I should say. And we have got depends on the forwards as well, says NZ guy there. That's the thing. Most of these Georgian forwards actually play in France, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And they are some pretty good forwards. That is why the French leagues have been picking up so many of them. And I feel like it's one of those ones you can't get out-muscled in that fullback if you are the Springboks. As soon as you take a backward step in the likes of a scrum, you're in trouble because Georgia, I feel like that passion side of it as well, they will be pouncing on that opportunity. But at this stage, they are saying that when they beat England 32-12, they had relatively the same lineup in the South African one. Unfortunately, I poked myself in the eye just before, and now it is annoying me a little bit, but we should be all right for this one. But yeah, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. We are going to be covering the game as soon as it starts. The likes of the benches, I will show them once again. We can see the starting lineup and reserves also going across the screen, but I have got little pop-ups as well. This is the starting lineup for South Africa. Willie Leroux at the back, Abelele Fassi and Speckman on either wing. Then you've got Jesse Creel and Steyn in the midfield. Pollard at 10. That's going to be exciting to see what he can do. Reinach at 9. Khaleesi, Quagga Smith, and also Dutoy are the men who are going to be making up those loose forwards. The props, Moster and Etzebeth with the front row. Then being the man in the number 3 jersey is going to be Trevor Nakanye, Mbonambi, and also Oxnashe is going to be that front row. Then looking at Georgia's side, it is some names that I can't really pronounce too well, but I will try my best throughout this live stream. But straight away, I will mention I don't mean any offense to anyone who is from Georgia when I try and pronounce these. It is just purely because of the fact that they just don't seem to roll off my tongue. I have been practicing them, and still I can't get them right, unfortunately. But at this stage, the one that, name that people are saying is one to watch for sure is Marab Shirakadze, the man in the number 12 jersey, and also David Naniashvili. Hopefully I've pronounced that one correctly. The man in the number 15 jersey, he is a talented young prospect as well, and it's going to be exciting to see what he can do in that number 15 jersey. Then looking at the benches, Malcolm Marks, Stephen Kitsoff, Mahalba. When you've got those 3 men as your option for the front row, you know that late in a game, you're going to have confidence. And then you've also got the likes of Yankees and other Yankees as well. Like, it's going to be a tough day for Georgia in this game if they can't handle the physicality of the Springboks early on. They've got to muscle up. They've got to match them, or else it could be in that situation of the points could really start pouring. So we will have to wait and see. We have also got in there skipping my maths class, skipping my maths class for this match. Sorry, Professor International Rugby is back as well, says Gregory Grant. What time is it there at the moment, Gregory? Do let me know. And we have also got there, will you go live for the All Blacks also tomorrow? I will be indeed. I'm going to be following the All Blacks versus Tonga game. Also, the Manu Samoa taking on the Maori All Blacks. That is the game that's going to be happening beforehand. And those are also both going to be very entertaining matches to watch. But at the moment, Georgia walking down the tunnel for the first time in a long time. South African rugby is going to be back. Is it going to be back better than ever? Is this going to be an extremely strong performance? Noon at the moment, 12 p.m. There says Gregory Grant. So a nice time for a kickoff. Although, I guess, where are you watching the game from, Gregory? Do let me know if you are skipping your maths class. Are you at home or are you still at school, like hiding somewhere with the game on? But Georgia walking out. There is no crowd at the moment at Loftus Versfeld. But that is all right because it is still going to be a very entertaining game. Smash that like button, guys, and subscribe if you are new. Says Peter, you heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. We are going to be following a lot of games of rugby over this weekend. It's going to be an exciting one indeed between these two sides. And now we just have to wait until kickoff, which is only going to be maybe a few moments away. And yeah, I am over the moon. Happy to see the Springboks back in action because it has been a while. The World Cup was the last time. It's been a little while. This was the fixtures when they were playing in that World Cup, winning that final up against England. They have been the world champs ever since. And at this stage, they are going to want to prove it. They are going to want to put on a show up against this side from Georgia. And yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case now. But now it is going to be Sia Khaleesi leading his men out for the Springboks here. And he will be hoping to be able to put on a captain's performance here up against Georgia, running out onto the field. I believe we will still have national anthems, if I'm not wrong. That will be coming up very soon. And we have also got home in Texas as well, says Gregory Grant. So at this stage, it seems like the best time to watch rugby is either if you're in South Africa, because it is going to be a nighttime game, or if you are in America, because it seems to be around that lunchtime. Everywhere else in terms of New Zealand, Australia, and whatnot are all kind of middle of the night at this stage. And we have got Vut in the chat has done a donation. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated. I predict a 20-point difference as well, and I assume that is in the favour of the box for that one. But thank you very much for that donation, mate. Hugely appreciated. And yeah, at this stage, 20 points could be pretty close. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to predict who you think is going to be scoring the opening try of this match. And yeah, at this stage, we have got the national anthems coming up, and then we are right into the action. And then from here, the Springboks, they will be wanting to start this match well, I have a feeling. You've got to get those early points on the board, kind of shut down any early momentum that Georgia could have from that kind of nervous energy. You can sometimes end up having some very good moments early on. So we will have to wait and see. It is the Georgia national anthem. I'm once again going to rub my eye because I think I put an eyelash in it before. And at this stage, it is going to be the Georgian national anthem being sung. And I feel like already I am getting excited for this match. Even though I am not from South Africa, I'm not from Georgia, but I am from New Zealand. It is currently the middle of the night at the moment here, but I didn't want to miss this first game. Nice, loving it as well, says NZ Guy as well. And yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to vote in that poll. At this stage, 43% of you have said that it is going to be 5 or 6 tries scored by South Africa. Now, I realise I didn't actually put 0 on there. So imagine if South Africa didn't score a single try in this match. I feel like it would be a huge shock to everyone. But the Georgian national anthem is being sung loud by the Georgian players. This will be the first trip to the Southern Hemisphere in a long time as well for some of these sides. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. The British and Irish Lions, they did arrive in South Africa a little while ago. Tell you what, the passion that he is showing at the moment, I'm not sure who that is, but whoever it was for Georgia, he was singing the national anthem with pride. He is hyped up for this match as well. And the boys are ready to go. Morning as well, says NZ Guy. I think there are a few minutes. I think we are a few minutes ahead of you, mate. On my side, we're kicked off as well, says Birdie. So maybe it is because of the fact that I am watching on using a VPN for South Africa, maybe. Actually, now it has actually kicked off. I have skipped forward to live. So I was a few minutes behind. I am currently actually 2 minutes in now. So I guess we go from here. The match has been kicked off, and we are currently 2 minutes in. Hopefully that is the same for you, Birdie, as well. But it is going to be illegal scrummaging is the call, and it means that Georgia have got the penalty, right? We will put up the scoreboard. Not sure what happened there. I guess maybe that my VPN was like, yeah, no, we will put you a little bit behind and not tell you. Right, I will put this up quickly. The banner is going to go up. Springboks 0 at the moment. Georgia 0. Front row's going down. It was Trevor Nakanye who was struggling a little bit with Gogich Ashvili, I believe is somewhere near the pronunciation in England. It is 6 at night as well, says the White Wolf. But now this is going to be a kick opportunity for Georgia straight away. It is going to be Tito Abzahadadze. I feel like you guys are going to hear how badly I pronounce some of these names throughout this live stream. But he has got a good opportunity early on for Georgia to get early points on the board, be leading for the first time in this match. Has he got it there? Yes, he has. And Georgia take the lead in this match, 3-0 to them early on in this one, giving them a little bit of confidence. But, of course, they're going to need a few tries throughout this one. But Georgia striking first in this match. Very nicely done by them now. So we are currently 3 minutes into this match here. And it is going to be Andre Pollard kicking this one off for the Springboks. Kicking long, deep into the 22 of Georgia, taken nicely now. And it is going to be kicked towards the touchline. Found touch with that kick. And now it is going to be a line-out throw for South Africa, about 40-something metres out. And we have got nice NZ Guy and Georgia 3-0. Says Birdie, they are indeed. And it's a good start to them, or good start for them, I should say. Like I mentioned, they have got a few of their forwards who play in France. And they are kind of sought after forwards. Like, people seem to want Georgian front rowers, and they have been able to win that penalty early on in that match to be able to get them the 3-0 lead. But now it's going to be Mbonambi who will be throwing this one in for South Africa. Gone to the front, gone to Etzebeth there. Claiming that one, Reinach now goes back to Pollard in the hands of Sia Khaleesi, the captain, 40 metres out now for South Africa from the line. Peter Steph-Toy getting his first carry of this match as well. Reinach goes back into the hands now of Pollard. Little bit of a link up there. It's going to be Jesse Krill hit hard in the tackle. Did he drop that ball? I'm not too sure. looked a little bit close, but I think he was able to hang on to it now. Pollard sells the dummy, goes out to Willie LaRue on the outside. Better step to Toy. One more out onto the wing to Apalele Fassi. Pinsy is back, and he's going to score a debut try there. Apalele Fassi. Or did he? Are they going upstairs? No, I think that is a try. And Apalele Fassi scoring the first try of the match. It was predicted that he would be the man who was able to score the first try. And he has done extremely well there, Apalele Fassi. Very nicely done. I think they are checking something on the far side, checking the touchline to see whether or not he did end up putting the foot in touch there, Apalele Fassi. But if he did not, it would be the try. And that would be a debut try for that man, which would make the score 5-3 to the Springboks. We have got, hey, the lad, morning there, bruvs. As well, says Jesse Wilson Outlaw, welcome in, mate. And we have got Fassi scored, yes, please. As well, says Bertie, and O says NZ Guy, and Georgia with the icebreaker. You have no idea how irritatingly familiar that is as well, says Sebastian. We're just looking at Apalele Fassi. He has got great power, and he's been able to keep that ball in, and that is the first try of the match for South Africa. Very nicely done there for Apalele Fassi. And that is exactly what he would have been wanting to do. Wait a minute. That heel, though. No, that is down. That is an easy try for Apalele Fassi. Made it look simple, just running down the wing. Too much pace and power. And he does score the opening try of the match for the Springboks. So now I am glad that in my poll, the option of having no tries for South Africa is now going to be redundant because of the fact that it is only onwards and upwards from here for South Africa. And yeah, we're going to have to wait and see whether or not they are going to be able to score that 7+ that I did have. It's 5 a.m. What are you doing up so early? I didn't want to miss the first match of the year since the World Cup for South Africa. So I decided I would stay up for this one. And yeah, hopefully it is the right decision and we get to see a lot of good rugby on the cards. But that one, unfortunately, not quite able to convert there. Andre Pollard. So it's left unconverted. 5 points to the Springboks and 3 to Georgia. But Peter Steftatoy, great pace. Then from there, went on the outside to Apalele Fassi, able to dodge the defenders. And then from there, able to put the ball down, scoring the try, making it look simple for that man, Apalele Fassi. And now they are leading this match 5-3 for the Springboks. And now it's going to be claimed by the Springboks just outside of their own 22. Looks like Ronak will be going in there to try and kick this one downfield. Possibly just looking for a bit of open play. But it's going to be chased hard by the Springboks. And they will be open to get this one near the halfway line. Oh, it's almost taken beautifully, but it has gone down now. And it is going to be in the hands of the Georgian number 8. And at this stage, they are on the halfway line here. Georgia trying to drive forward here as well. And as they slowly make meters here, we will get to see some of that physicality from their big forwards. But at this stage, also South Africa, they are known for that physical fullback as well. So it's going to be interesting. 5 back there for Georgia. And they have gone for that kick instead. It's gone nice and high, taken nicely by Willie LaRue, though, who has been able to drag that ball down for the Springboks. Currently 6 minutes in early in this match so far. Goes into the hands of Ox Nishan now. And he is going to be, it's a penalty to the Springboks. And because of it now, it means that they are going to have the opportunity to kick it to the touchline. And for some reason, mine seems to keep on lagging behind a little bit. It's as if I'm watching in about 0.9 speed, and it keeps on going. You have got more options, but I think that is because of the fact that I am watching it through a South African network. So I think that is why. And then we have got they can come back, as well says NZ Guy, and also I'm going to go check out the game, as well says YouTube. And yeah, depending on where you guys are from, how are you watching the game if you are watching it? Because I know that Sky in New Zealand have decided not to show these games. I'm not sure whether it was licensing that just took them a little bit too long to be able to get it, or whether it is the case of it just didn't quite work out for them. But that's going to be taken nicely there. And now South Africa with a bit of a rolling maul from the 22. It's gone down, and it's going to be the advantage to them now. And Reinach with the ball in hand goes back now. First receiver was staying there. Little sell of the dummy from Pollard. And then he offloads it. Going back once again. Oh, it's a wide ball almost set up there. It's going to be going back for the penalty, though. And that is going to be the penalty to the Springboks for that maul collapsing. I'm going to quickly see if I can get something to work here as well. For some reason, on my iPad, I am actually watching the game on. It keeps on going a little bit blurry. It's quite hard to see who is who at this stage, but it is 8 minutes in, and Pollard here What does he decide to do? They're kicking for the corner here. The Springboks, they're playing aggressively, and the Boks will win by 29-10, as well, says Lucian. And at this stage, with the way that they're playing, this aggressiveness from the Springboks, I feel like 29 points is going to be possibly, definitely on the cards for them. But they are showing the back line there. It's looking set for the Springboks. And it's just that big question of whether or not they will be able to burst through with this rolling maul or whether they use that back line. But it is going to be Mbanambi once again with this line out throw, only 5 meters out here for the Springboks. And they've gone to the front once again now. Going to Etzebeth, very good in the line out situation. That one's kind of gone down from Georgia as well. But I think they have been able to defend it not too badly. And I don't believe it is an advantage at this stage. Going to be back to Reinach now. Into one of the big forwards. It was Franz Stein there instead, who decided to have the carry. We have also got the Kiwi Lads streamers all we need as well. And yeah, I'm hoping it does get a little bit clearer on my screen. Because at the moment, people are about 5 pixels. But now it's going to be fired out the back line now. It's a Beth getting the carry. Very close to the left-hand side of the field. Going back now, Peter Steph the toy now. Getting another carry. He's going to be busy throughout this match. I have a feeling all that ball. It was a big hit on Franz Stein, and he has dropped that one. And because of it now, Georgia have got an attacking opportunity. It's going to be their number 9. He has found plenty of space down the middle of the field. Fires the wide ball beautifully over the top, but not quite able to find hands there. Going to be taken by the number 10. The man who was able to convert the penalty a little bit earlier on. They're on the halfway line now, Georgia. And they're once again going to be using those big forwards that they have got in their arsenal. That is another big hit. Oh, that's a great bit of defence from Sia Khaleesi. And also, I believe it was Quagga Smith driving him backwards. Going back now, nice little sell of the dummy running straight at the South African defence. Going backwards at the moment here, Georgia 40 metres out from their own line. And at this stage, it seems like they are going to be possibly going for that kicking opportunity. Oh, the ball's actually come free. And because of it, it is going to be an advantage for a knock-on now. For Georgia, no, South Africa have got this one now. And they've done a little chip over the top. It's gone into the hands of the Georgian player, and he has marked it. So because of it now, they have been able to relieve a little bit of that pressure, but it is going to be a lot of pressure by the South Africans by the looks of it throughout this matchup so far. We have got Go, says NZ Guy. Yeah, at this stage, I am just trying to work out why it is playing so kind of blurrily at the moment for me. I think my internet isn't too bad. Normally that one hasn't found touch from Georgia there. So now it is going to be a little bit of a counter from South Africa with the kick in behind. Going to be taken nicely though. Or good pressure on him by Franz Stein, and he has driven him into touch there. And now it is going to be this line out for South Africa. And at this stage, oh, did they take that one quickly, South Africa? I think they did. They have decided to keep this game going at a fast pace between these two sides. And my coverage is frozen again. It is a little bit rough. That one has gone into touch there. And it means now that Georgia are going to be only 5 meters out from their own line. But at this stage, I feel like, where are you watching the game? I'm actually watching it through DSTV, a South African kind of subscription service. I actually had to try and get one and use a VPN to be able to watch it because they decided that they wouldn't be showing it on New Zealand TV for some reason, which I feel like is a big shame because of the fact that a lot of people wanted to watch this game. But at this stage, Georgia have been able to claim their own one there. I'm just going to have a quick look through the channels on New Zealand Sky as well. No, they still don't have it, unfortunately, which is a shame. But Georgia at this stage, 5 meters out from their own line. By the looks of it, they will be looking to just kick this one down the field of play a little bit further, although it's gone to ground and South Africa trying to defend it a little bit here. It is going to be now the scrum feed for South Africa. Bit of a mistake there from Georgia, just hanging on to that ball a little bit too long rather than getting it away. And because of it, it has led now to the penalty, or sorry, to the scrum feed of the Springboks. We have got morning Kiwi lads. How much time is it into the half? This game has just started, bro. We are currently sitting at 12 minutes 25 through this match so far. And go Springboks, me to mate, as well, says Jasper. Or me too, mate, I assume that is, for watching it through Supersport or / DSTV. I am watching it through at this stage. But yeah, hopefully it does run relatively smoothly throughout this one. They should have showing it as well, says NZ Guy. Yeah, it seems like a big shame that they decided not to show the first Springboks game since coming back into international rugby for the Springboks. I feel like that is a huge drawing card So it seems weird that they did decide not to. Yeah, I woke up thinking it was going to be on TV, but I guess I'll watch you instead, says Clutch Gene. And at this stage, hopefully, I will be able to watch it. It has actually just kicked me off my thingamabob. It says, whoops, looked like something went wrong, but I will be getting this back as soon as I can. And I believe it will only be a few minutes away. It says we're unable to play the video right now, but I will refresh, and hopefully we are good to go in that regard. But it was going to be a scrum feed for the Springboks, only around 10 meters out from the Georgian line. So Georgia going to have to be very careful not to concede another try in this situation. Right, it is coming back, which is good news. No, it's not. As said, please retry it in a few minutes. Right, this hasn't gone well, but at this stage, I believe we will only lose coverage for maybe a couple minutes, and then we should be straight back. Or it should be even quicker than that, hopefully. It is just a case of trying to reload it and seeing whether or not the VPN is going to allow it to happen. Right, one moment, everyone. Let's go. I did the maths on TV, but I want to watch here instead, says Jasper as well. And at this stage, hopefully we will be able to get our coverage back. Here in New Zealand, it wasn't very easy to be able to find the game. And at this stage, it has just kind of frozen. Can I get a link? Says Sean. At this stage, I am watching it through DSTV. So I don't believe that the one or the person who I am using their DTSV can actually have any more people watching. I'm sorry. But yeah, I will try my best to keep you guys informed about what is happening throughout this game, as long as it decides that it does decide that it wants to let me watch it here in New Zealand. Because at this stage, yeah, it wasn't an easy game to be able to find as well. What I am going to quickly do is I'm going to get a backup live stream on for the on my PC, and hopefully with a South African VPN, it doesn't slow it down too much. Georgia going to be hopeful there, or hopeful here as well. Says NZ guy, right, I am connected. I am going to quickly get this back up. Technical difficulties, we've got to love them, but we will be back extremely soon. So please do bear with me, guys. I do appreciate you all being here. But yeah, as soon as we can get it back, I will be sure to keep you guys informed about what is happening in this game. At this stage now, I am just loading up DTSV. Oh, I can't see the score. It's freezing on my link. Is it the whole game? No, surely not. The whole game is down at this stage, I assume. It is just technical difficulties on my end. And yeah, hopefully it does come back very soon. We might be back. Are we back? It's going to be close. Is it back? Don't know. It's kind of just straight up just at this stage a black screen for me. But we will quickly, one moment. We are quickly putting in the password. And we will be back very soon, hopefully. I knew that maybe this was going to be risky because of the fact that, okay, but it's back. Okay, I have got it back now. And at this stage, it is sitting 15 minutes in South Africa at the stage of being 5-3 up still. So that is good news that it has decided to come back on this one. Watching 5 different live, not even one shows the match as well, says Sean. I think it is because of the fact that like YouTube are very strict with copyright. So if you ended up using any footage from the game, you get banned from live streaming for 3 months. Unfortunately. Good morning, Hamish. What a weekend of rugby. Yeah, there is plenty on. I want to watch the game, says Sean. I think there is going to be possibly highlights on YouTube after the match is finished, which is good news there. So hopefully that will be the case as well. But now it's going to be the big Georgian forwards running forward. Currently sitting at this stage 40 meters out from the line. Currently 15 minutes in as well. Says that there is an error on my PC, but luckily I am watching the game through this iPad that I have got. Or Georgia, a little bit of a scrappy one there, but they have managed to get the penalty in that breakdown. And it was Andre Pollard leaving his feet, I believe, in that situation, or it might have been Francis Stein, who wasn't quite able to keep the footing in that situation. But I am quickly making sure we are running smoothly. Yes, came back now, says Tainui Jeffries as well. Yeah, for some reason, mine completely cut out for a moment there. Had me very worried because of the fact that I have decided to stay up late for this live stream. And if it like completely cut out, I would be pretty disappointed. We got Springboks to win by 40 plus. I hope Jasper Visa gets a decent run today. I think he is going to be a future star as well, says Andrew. Hopefully, yeah, we do get to see a few of the subs being made relatively early in this game. I feel like this game is one of those ones that you want to make sure that you're just giving everyone a opportunity to be able to try and get that little bit of chemistry going. Like the Springboks, they haven't played since the World Cup, so they need to try and find that chemistry. And if they can do that, then they will be a very dangerous side going into that British and Irish Lions tour. which is actually only a few days away, 22 to be exact. That is the schedule. That is in New Zealand time, though. The games aren't going to be on at 4 a.m. In South Africa. But now Georgia have got this ball just outside of the 22. Once again, they've got the advantage. So South Africa need to be a little bit careful with that discipline. Little sell of the dummy, and it's going to be going back now for the penalty once again. 100 votes in the poll. Absolutely already beautiful collective effort as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, I am surprised that we have had that many on that one, but we have got 37% say 5 or 6 tries for South Africa. That is the most popular at the moment, and we have got in there Georgia not play bad at all, says Birdie. Yeah, that's the thing. They impressed me up against Fiji in the Autumn Nations Cup last year, and I know that's a little while ago, so I feel like it's one of those ones that maybe it doesn't sound as like recent, but I thought from watching them there that maybe, you know, they could be a threat for some of these bigger sides, depending on how they play it. It's going to be an opportunity for them to take the 3 points here. They have decided that they would rather the 3 than the risk of going for the corner. So with this one going over here, if he can get it over here, the number 10, he has already got the 1 kicked so far. I will quickly get his name up because I struggle with some of these Georgian names, but it is Tito Absahandadze, maybe something along those lines. Go Georgia. As well, says Guy, and also 24 likes, smash that like button and subscribe if you are new, says Birdie. This one's going to be kicked now. Or straight down the middle, and Georgia now getting a little bit closer to being right back into the lead for the second time in this match if they were able to get some other form of points as well. In fact, actually, that is the lead because of the fact that they did miss that kick there, South Africa, earlier on. So now Georgia going to be sitting on 6 points to the 5 of the Springboks. They are leading this one. Very nicely done by Georgia here. Just continuing to put those points on the board. That is going to be an answer to the Springboks. Little knock on though. And because of it, it is going to be another scrum feed for Georgia now. And at this stage, they're going to have to be careful here because of the fact that continuous errors will not be going too well for the Springboks. Of course, there would be that little bit of rust from not playing for a while. Go Georgia as well, says Tainoi Jeffries. And at this stage, they just didn't quite line up that one. It was almost a little bit of a knock-on from Georgia as well, which I think is why they ended up going straight for the scrum. But Etzebeth there, just not quite able to get that ball. Shalom as well, Seski. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do appreciate you being here. At this stage, Springboks are actually 1 point behind in this one after 19 minutes. 6 points to Georgia, 5 to the Springboks. Going to be interesting. Boks need to sort out their discipline, says Better. Yeah, discipline and handling errors are going to be 2 things that could cost them big time here, depending on how it goes throughout the next few stages of this match. But before halftime, I feel like they want to have about 3 tries on the board just to try and give them that confidence. There's going to be a penalty to Georgia, though. It was an early shove from the Springboks, which now means it is against that man, Oxnashare, I believe. So because of it, Georgia are once again going to have another opportunity to make a few more meters. And at this stage, if they can keep on doing that throughout this match, it's going to be one of those ones that maybe they can sneak a few extra points as well. But it is going to be kick for touch by No, I struggle with these Georgian names, I'll be honest. Absahan Dadse, I believe it's the pronunciation or something along those lines. And they have called for the scrum there because of the free kick. So at this stage, I think there has been 1 or 2 penalties up against the Springboks for scrum time and also 1 or 2 free kicks awarded to Georgia as well. And that's after only the first 20 minutes. So this front row of the Springboks of Oxnasham, Mbonambi, and also Trevor Nakanye, they will have to make sure that they can get it right. But it is going to be Crouch once again, just outside of their own 22 here, Georgia. And they will be hoping to make a few extra meters with possibly a set play. That is one thing that people have said about Georgia that could be exciting. It's off the back with the number 8. But he has been dragged down there. That was Jalagonia, I believe is the pronunciation. Sia Khaleesi dragging down another one of the Georgian forwards. And now it looks like it is going to be rolled back by Loftus Versfeld as well. He is going to be firing this one high by the looks of it. Yes, he does. And now my coverage is frozen again. Tell you what, it's hard to watch with a VPN on as well. By the looks of it, DSTV, sorry, just does not like me one bit at this stage. So it is going to be possibly a little bit stop-start in this live stream, which does make it hard trying to find the game here in the States, says Scrumless as well. Yeah, it's been tricky here in New Zealand to be able to find access to the game. And at this stage, it is completely frozen once again. This isn't running as smoothly as I had planned, that is for sure. But at this stage, yeah, hopefully it will come back, because last time it ended up freezing. I did end up having to really try and get it back. It's okay. It has come back a little bit. Georgia have now got the line out. I feel like unless it starts getting a little bit smoother, I may have to end this live stream at around halftime and then maybe look at doing a post-match review perhaps instead of this match, just because of the fact that it isn't really running smoothly at all here at this stage. But Georgia there, I believe, have got another penalty, and it was Oxnashare who they are penalising there. And also maybe Franco Mustert. I think they were closing the gap a little bit there, the Springboks. But now it is going to be kick for touch once again for Georgia here. Trying to make those extra meters. And that is a decent kick once again. So Georgia have the Springboks under pressure once again here. And that is exactly what they would have been wanting. But yeah, just closing the gap a little bit, throwing Etzebeth a crossover leave. And because of it, it did mean now that it is going to be once again a line out for Georgia. But yeah, at this stage, with how smoothly it's running / not really running smoothly, unfortunately, I think it's going to be quite hard to follow the game, because at this stage, I want to show you guys what I'm looking at in terms of just to show you the terrible quality that it is. But everyone is pixels at the moment. But Georgia have this ball. Ball is on the ground, so Etzebeth not allowed to get in there for that one. And that one is going to ground once again now. Going across the field, the Georgian side, 40 metres out from the line now. And they are firing it back. A little bit of a chip kick in behind, finding a bit of space there, and it is going to go into touch. But they are going back for the penalty, and perhaps Georgia decide to take on a three-pointer once again. Was offside up against the Springboks there. So they've got to be careful. At the moment, they are getting penalised way too often in this matchup. And yeah, at this stage, we will have to wait and see whether or not Georgia take on that 3 points. It was Peter Steftatoi who was the man who was penalised there. He is looking disappointed as well. All 3 pixels of him. Yeah, just a little bit too early up there, Peter Steftatoi. And because of it, he did end up getting penalised for it. Okay, it is going to be kicked by Georgia now, straight out in front. Yeah, unfortunately, the way it is running, I think I am almost going to have to look at ending this live stream, because of the fact that I have learned, unless it's on Sky here in New Zealand, it's going to run pretty rough, unfortunately. Like, at this stage, it's pretty blurry, I'll be honest. So hopefully, after this kick, I think I may have to end this live stream. Unfortunately, I am sorry, guys. I did stay up till 5:30 here in New Zealand to be able to watch it, but at this stage, it is just not quite clear enough to be able to really tell what is going on. But Georgia were able to kick that one. I did hear, so now the score is going to be 9 to Georgia and 5 to the Springboks, and 9-5 says Birdie as well. So what I might do is I may go for a post-match review rather than a live stream of this one. Yes, 9-5 as well, says Tainui. Yeah, at this stage, it is running pretty rough. And I feel like I wanted to be able to provide you guys with some good commentary on this match. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just not quite running as smoothly as first initially anticipated. Unfortunately, sorry. But Georgia at the moment inside of their 22. I feel bad for ending it if I do end it. That one is going to be taken nicely by Quagga Smith now with a good step as well. But he has been hit hard in the tackle, and the Georgian player has stayed down though. I think it was a little bit of a face collision there, which is not what he would have been wanting at all. Now, out the back line once again. It's going to be in the hands of Peter Steftatoi. Going across field now. Pollard now firing it back. Oh, quick hands, not quite able to link up. And now Georgian, number 14. No, not quite able to get there. Good effort, says Richard as well. Yeah, I wish it was running smoother because of the fact I'm watching through a VPN. I think my internet can't actually handle the speed of a VPN, unfortunately. So yeah, I think no worries, says Escaro as well. And okay, says NZ guy. So I am sorry, guys, for the fact that we haven't been able to continue through this one. I was very excited for this match. I think I will still watch it just off live stream with it running kind of sketchily. It may end up me having to go back and watching a few more moments a few times. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. I promise the live streams tomorrow, they're going to be a lot smoother. We're going to be watching them through Sky. We have got Manu Samoa taking on the Maori All Blacks. Then All Blacks taking on Tonga. Then also we have got the matches a little bit later on. We might be doing Ireland versus Japan, Wales versus Canada, and then maybe as well we could look at doing the match between the British and Irish Lions and the Emirates Lions. I have seen that you have said try that link. I don't think it came through in my chat, but I will have a check to see whether or not it is on my phones as well. But at this stage, try that link. I don't know whether it actually came through for some reason. So maybe it decided that it wasn't allowed. So I am sorry about that, guys. I was enjoying it, to be honest, but we will be back a little bit later on, possibly with a post-match review. But if not, yeah, I am very sorry. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Do appreciate you all being here. But I will see you all for the next one.